welcome back. On talking about how important it is talking about the visit of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to Greece. And President al-Sisi affirmed that there is an agreement between Egypt and Greece to continue solidarity to confront everything that threatens regional security. And this came actually during the press conference between President al-Sisi and the Prime Minister of Greece. And we are talking about the trilateral cooperation between Egypt, Greece and Cyprus, and how it is establishing a mechanism for stability and legitimacy in Southeast Mediterranean region. To discuss this in more details, we have the pleasure to have with us Dr. Mostafa Waly. He is a member of the Egyptian European Council. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
So we have just been talking about how important it is, this visit.
Frankly speaking, such a visit at such time, it shows the most important issue of the area, that Egypt is a key player and is a very important partner for any agreements dealing with the Mediterranean, especially the East Mediterranean. The importance is coming of, we have our interests in our international boundaries and borders concerning the Mediterranean. And at the same time, we have this bilateral relation with Greece and, of course, Cyprus also. And the three of these countries, with Egypt, with its history and with its position, which is interest of developing the area and the community as part of the basin of the Mediterranean, we are there. We are there to give the message that, okay, we are protecting our interest, and at the same time, we care for other partners' interests in this area. And the most important interest for us is, of course, the security, which is always there, but right now is more important also, or the same importance, is our rights in the reserves of the gas reservoir there in the Mediterranean. So, with altogether with these aspects in the background of the visit, we could rely on a lot of results, positive results for all the three parties in this case.
Well, the President talked about the stability and security of the region, and this is one of the most important issues, because you can never achieve progress or build economy without having this security, especially that we know that there are some certain countries in particular, they are trying to destabilize the region. So how important is this file when it comes to the collaboration among these three countries?
Okay. Well, everything is in the open. The provocation of Turkey is apparent, not only against us, I mean, in a certain way, but also against Greece, which is actually a partner with us in the most important late achievement of demarcation of our maritime borders with Greece and also Cyprus. They didn't cease, or they didn't stop so far the provocation, which actually it's not a provocation, it's kind of really, it's all the international rules of peaceful coexistence, of faking problems just to disturb and to make things unbearable for partners like us or for neighbors like us. But anyway, we do not yield for such things. We know what we are, we know what we can do, and all our activities and our interest is so plain, so open, that we are towards peaceful coexistence, towards the benefit of all the partners, especially when they are neighbors, and we are against aggression in any means. And in the meantime, we will never, ever allow any party to threaten us. I mean, seriously. We can follow up what's going on. We know we can. But at the same time, let everybody knows that we will not tolerate at all any messing with our peace and with our safety and with our security.
The Libyan file was among the files
Yeah.
that were discussed.
Yeah.
And we know that Egypt is exerting tremendous
Yes.
efforts when it comes to the neighboring countries and talking also about Arab countries
Yeah.
to gain their, further solidarity and sovereignty in the region.
Yes. The Libyan file is now clear that this country, which is unfortunate, going through this turmoil, and we are the next door neighbor. We have even family ties with Libya, the borders, the history, and we have done our best actually to relieve these people of the Libyan people. And we didn't side with any either party except on the basis of coexistence. We believe in peaceful settlement, political settlements, which will lead to the stability of Libya. Because the stability of Libya is part of our general security. And anybody or those who are trying to make it a hot spot, as in a trouble spot, it will fail, So back again, when it comes to international relation and international laws, we are supporting the results of the conference of Berlin conference, and of course we have this Cairo declaration concerning Libya, and this can make the basis, Right now, when I was coming up, there is some piece of good news, if it will go, that there is a kind of reaching an agreement between the factions of Libya, two factions of Libya, that they will think of about, proceeding in a political process. I hope this will go together.
If we're talking about the agreement that took place between Egypt and Greece, and definitely this will open the door for more chances to take benefit of the natural resources as well. And of course, this will be a momentum when it comes to economy for both countries.
The keenness of President Sisi and the leadership of this country now, and the interest of the Egyptian people at large, is to develop, is to concentrate on developing our country, trying to do the best out of our resources and all this. And in the meantime, when we have some situation where we have to tackle, certain issues or partnership with a party, with another party, we do it according to international regulation. So if it comes, for example, to the Mediterranean, East Mediterranean Forum for Gas, for example, which is now is going to be an organization, it's already an organization in the development, boosting the relation with Greece in this case, and also could be also Cyprus, we managed to have this very good agreement. Actually, and it's ratified now. That's the exclusive economic zone, which is covering the areas of the gas reserves there. And together, you see, we can exchange the expertise, we can exchange the benefits, and especially we have a historic relation with Greece. We are so close, the history is full of our success, of the success of the two people over centuries, to get together. So that's the importance. This will lead directly, answering your question, this will lead directly with the stability of the whole area. That's very important. This will lead for economic cooperation for the goodness of both parties, which is a win-win situation.
Stability and security are the pillars for boosting economy.
That's for sure.
If we're talking about economy, and after having this important gas forum, definitely we need to see the role of businessmen from both sides.
Of course. There is always a role for the business community at large, and because businessmen, we are talking the business orientation of certain society or certain economy. Our business community at large are keen, to develop in our country, and to invest, and when they have the surrounding, when they have the atmosphere which will help this. The same for Greece in this case. So if bilateral relation can develop, and we have something now at hand, which is the gas and what we can do with the gas, a lot of projects can be done. Plus also all the business was there, the maritime cooperation between us and Greece. There was good history in this. Remarkable history in cooperation with Greece on this standard, traditional business of maritime at large, shipbuilding and, travel and tourism also.
If we're talking about the cooperation between Egypt and Greece, especially when it comes in fulfilling the needs of the European needs in energy in general, how can this help, and how are we working on this in this respect?
Yeah, always the need for energy will be there in all its sorts. Right now we have these reserves, which luckily and happily, inshallah, we will make the best use out of it in cooperation with all the entities, technically and and the demand also for the others. For Europe at large, especially those who have their shores on the north side of the Mediterranean basin, Italy, France, Spain, and you name it. If we can be a reliable, easy supplier of energy, which all of they need, and they will keep need for it, then a lot of big projects will be there. We have seen some of such projects, some time ago, for these pipelines which we had, and the conveys. The lines, which will working just only for supplying oil, passing by the Middle East countries, Egypt, because of Suez Canal, of course, number one, and of course Greece being this, maritime and oil business, transport, tankers. It's big business. A lot can be done.
What kind of facilities do we need from the Ministry of Investment to boost this part?
Well, but they themselves also will need from the country or from the system.
Well, actually, let's say that we need the cooperation among all sectors.
Yes.
We always say,
Exactly.
and I remember we talked about this a lot, that President al-Sisi paves the way for us to
Yes.
move forward.
Yes.
He opens the door, and then
Yes.
it is our role, whether we're talking
Yes.
about the cabinet, talking
Yes.
about the business sector,
Absolutely.
everyone has a role to fulfill,
Absolutely.
so as to continue or to make the harmony of the business in general of the country.
Exactly. At least if everything is okay there, and a lot of things are really okay. We have this new law for investment with these facilities, the new communities, a lot of the basics, the basic demand for having what you call a real investment. For example, the land now, there's a big business and there is a big boost, in this direction of allocating areas for new investment, which is industry in this case. So we have to promote this in its best way. So what we need actually is what we have right now could at least give us a big boost for the time being, and then we develop on it for new investment, or at least to get back to the figures which we had for some times ago and build on it. There is a chance for this. The challenge is, of course, we have this transitional challenge of COVID and the effect all over the world, which directly will get to the economy, as you know. And the investment is to invest in another country or so on. So a lot of things will develop after we get through this COVID, because it will show us where is the potential for the international investment orientation. Those who are looking for investment, regardless of what country, they need to be at the place where it will give them back the best. So we could be, I hope, we will be one of these destinations for investment.
Dr. Waly, just allow me to move on to a quick break. Then we'll be back to continue talking about the deep relations between Greece and Egypt.